In this video, I will tell you the dark secrets about website generation, something that a lot of people don't tell you. And look, I'm going to literally start it off by saying beautiful websites don't sell, ugly websites don't sell. The websites that do sell are beautiful or they can be ugly. And it's crazy, right? Now, who am I? I'm Sam. I've been running my marketing company for the past 5 years, so I've a lot of experience in making websites that sell. On the flip side, I've also done a computer science degree, so I have a lot of experience in making websites that look really pretty. Before we get onto this video, if you do like my content, I'm going to share some value. Please consider subscribing because it will genuinely help me out quite a bit. It will give me some moral support, and it's really nice to see that people are actually enjoying my content. Now, let's get back to it. So, this is your website, right? And let me start by saying this. The first page of your website is called the hero page, right? The reason why we call it the hero page is because this is the page that sells your, well, let's just say your prospects into viewing the rest of your website, right? If your hero page is really strong, you can demand 30 more seconds from your prospect to check out the rest of your website. If your hero page is really weak, well, you can't demand anything. People are just going to click off, right? And here's the thing, making this look pretty does not solve it. If you make your website look pretty, the most it's going to do is it's going to hold attention on the hero page for X amount of time, but people are just going to click off afterwards. Whereas if you position your website and you use techniques that I'm about to describe in this video to make your website, you are going to see quite a lot of retention in people even looking at your hero page, then going to your contact page, and then checking out your services, and then checking out how much the pricing is, and then again going back to contacting you, and then you can do selling that here, right? So let's come back to the most important bit. What makes a website sell? This is a website. Before we get onto this, let me say this. I have analyzed over 170 websites in the past 3 days, and this is much more on the marketing niche. The concepts, although, stays the same with many other industries. The reason why I did the marketing website is because marketing is an industry where people are competing on how well they can sell you, right? So the marketing companies will use each and every technique they have under their sleeve to try and sell you onto viewing the next page. That's why I chose to start with marketing companies, and I reviewed so many marketing companies. So here are some common trends that I've noticed in a lot of websites. Number one, I would say that a lot of high selling websites, they have a logo on the left side. They have a navigation bar. The navigation bar only has 2 to 3 links to pages, and then they have a really strong call to action, right? Then they have a really broad headline here. They have another call to action here, and then they have a lot of reviews under. Before we dissect why this actually works, we need to understand the fundamentals of marketing in a website, right? So there are a few different things that comes to making a website a really good marketing asset. Number one is the ability to relate to people. Now, what I've noticed is that in all top selling websites, they use really simplified English. They used really basic stuff. Even the way they speak, it sounds like, something that me or you would say on a day-to-day basis, which makes it so much more powerful, which makes it so much more authentic. And if you are somebody who's run ads before and you have experience with ads, you would notice that authenticity is king at the moment. People are literally just picking up their phone, recording a video and putting it as an ad, and that is doing amazing bits compared to you going out there booking a studio and stuff. So relatability is number one, and let me just prove this to you. So I have 3 of my competitors here, right? Indie Creative, I follow the owner of this guy on Instagram, really good bloke. Now, his big text is stop guessing, start growing, right? Which is quite easy to read. We got King Kong. King Kong, well, if you know Sabri Subi, he claims himself to be the internet's daddy. he has a really strong yet simple headline, like steroids for business, right? And then here we have First Page, which is another really successful marketing company in Australia. Their thing is build a kick-ass brand and skyrocket your revenue. So the bottom point here is that relatability is king. When you are writing your headlines, which is this bit, right? So the main bit that's going to read or get people's attention, and the main bit that people are going to read, you need to make it super simplified. You need to make it simplified enough for people to actually be able to understand what you're saying, and then they can expand on that themselves in their own mind. I have made a mistake in the past where I've said a lot here, right? Which is not really a good thing. You want to keep the headline super short, yet super strong at the same time, right? Now, number one in all websites is relatability. The ability for you to make each and every single text easy to understand, relatable, easy to sell. Number two is simplification. The reason why I say this is because a lot of websites that I've seen that perform really well, they are very simplified, right? There's not a lot of things going on, right? There's not a lot of shining things going on. There's not a lot of pop-ups. There's not a lot of glitter on the website. It's a really plain looking website that has a few text, a main headline that people have to read because there's nothing else in there, right? And the main headline is something that people get sold to. So keep your website super simplified. Number three is have a call to action. Now, this is something that a lot of people do, including myself, but it's really easy to get this mistaken, right? And the reason why I say this is because we are in an economy where we are fighting people for their attention, right? With that being said, people nowadays, they can't be bothered, or they just can't be bothered filling out 50 different forms on a website, right? So your call to action should be so simple, something that's so easy to do that it literally takes them one step and it's done. This is really high performing, and that's what makes this really high performing. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have Timmy here, right? He has a website and his call to action is, hey, book a call with us. So we have a prospect here who likes Timmy. He's going through his website. He sees the book the call with us button and he clicks on that button, which takes them to Calendly. Calendly asks them 10 different questions before booking them in. This person is not going to answer those 10 questions. The reason is because this person is busy. This person has things to do. On the flip side, we have Jimmy here, right? Jimmy, he only has, hey, give me your email and I will take care of the rest. So the prospect is more likely just to enter the email, knowing that there's no other step afterwards, which is something that you also need to communicate. Knowing that there's no other step afterwards, it makes this process way more easier. It reduces the friction down a lot. And to encourage this prospect to even provide the email nowadays, the best way to do it is to give something in return, right? So here, instead of having, hey, book your free call, you can have something like, give me your email and I will send you a free personalized growth session document, right? Or a competitor analysis document where I'll analyze all the competitors and I'll do it, right? And you better do it, because this, if I'm asking for my competitors, that means I'm somewhat interested in what you can do for me and interested in what my competitors are doing. And if you can sell me on that, then you can also sell me on marketing, because if my competitors are doing marketing, then I also want to do marketing because I don't want to get left behind, right? So with that being said, you need to take a little bit of an extra step here. It can be a bit of work, but that's fine, right? You're in this business to make money the right way, the long way, not the short way, right? So the description right here, try and get people to put in a singular value and give them something in return, right? So for example, if you look at King Kong, which is again one of the leading marketing companies in Australia, they have, hey, enter your email and I'll send you some magic, right? We have First Page. They say something similar like this: give me your email, website and stuff and you'll get a free SEO quote, right? And we have Indie Creative. They have something again like this: give me your email and I will book the free session growth. Notice how they don't let people go through this whole 10-step task. Instead, they're like, hey, you just provide me with your contact and I will do the rest of the effort. Now, if I was in your position, I think giving something away for free is much more valuable than just telling them, hey, let me just book you a free call. So now we have established the call to action. What's the last one? Now, the last one, it's something that a lot of people do, including myself. And over my research, I found out that we all have been doing this wrong, right? So the last one is literally having a lot of reviews. Now, the reason why I say a lot of us have been doing this process wrong is because we just say, hey, we are 4.9 rated on Google, right? And here's the thing, people will value a business that is 4.5 rated over 5-star if the 4.5 has 3,000 reviews compared to the 5 that has 5 reviews. 5-star one that has 5 reviews, right? With that being said, this tells us one key thing, which is numbers matter, right? So numbers in this case is the key important thing that we should be using down here, right? So we should be saying like, hey, we are 4.5 rated by 3,000 people, right? So it's really important for you guys to obviously collect a lot of reviews at the same time. So this is the last component, which makes a website from a marketer's point of view really good website. Now, obviously you can tweak things around, you can change the background with some animation or with some video. You can tweak it around just to be a static color, or you can have just a gradient. You can play around with all of this. You can have a color scheme going, which is fine as well. Or you can even try having nothing in the background, so just a solid black color, right? The choice is up to you. And here is another freebie. The headline, however, is going to be your main focus bit. So you need to make this super simplified and you need to make it really short. That's another key bonus. If you enjoyed this video and you really liked what I talked about here and you feel like I gave you some information, please stay tuned for my next video where I am going to redo my own website with all these key steps that I've talked about today, right? And if you want, you guys can directly copy paste my stuff. My link to my website would be in the bio, so you guys can check it out when it's done. And if you want help with the headline and stuff, I can use the exact prompt that I put into ChatGPT in the bio as well. If you do need to reach out to me, or if you do want to just book a free consultation or free help guide, I'm more than happy to help and support entrepreneurs. So you can also book in a call with me down there. Take care and have a good one.